Artisanal fishing is considered as the most basic form of fishing, usually carried out with the basic knowledge and skills passed on over generations of fishermen. Over time, improved tools have helped fishermen become more productive by making use of outboard engines. Fishermen are able to cover long distances quickly. Lagos, a bustling city and commercial capital of Nigeria, is synonymous with water. Its small land mass is further reduced by lagoons, creeks, wetlands, and canals that cover over 80% of its surface area. Bound on the southern coast by the Atlantic Ocean, Lagos is blessed with pristine beaches and diverse aquatic animals and plants. Sagbokoji is a fishing community which sits quietly on the far side of Apapa Port, one of Africa's busiest ports.
Welcome to Sagbokoji Island. Ìlú yẹn bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní 18th century. Àwọn bàbá wọn yẹn, àwọn ló wá láti Ajido, Kogbome, under Badagry local government tẹ́lẹ̀. So wọ́n ní àwọn bàbá yẹn ti wá, wọ́n kọ́kọ́ dé sí Apapa. Lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ wa tó opposite wa bí lọ́n dé sí àwọn bàbá wọn yẹn gbà yẹn, wọ́n máa ń pẹja, àwọn míì wọ́n máa ń farm. So ìgbà tó wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe port, wọ́n fi move wọn wá sínú Igbobi. Àwọn mélòó ní nígbà náà, àwọn márùn-ún.
Ferdinand is a young enterprising fisherman who in some way epitomizes an emerging new breed of fishermen. Married with 2 children, Ferdinand owns 2 boats.
Who they go in, carry a 10 passenger with the carry, to 200 and they pay each. But to be say somebody buy something, we won't carry charter, we go just talk with them.
He also sells water to neighbors, taking advantage of the lack of fresh water for drinking and washing. In order to supplement the family income, Ferdinand's wife has learned to sew. In these communities, heating and cooking are mainly carried out using firewood. The firewood is expensive due to the high cost of transportation.
Igi àti èédú là ń lò. Tá a bá rí igi a lè ṣe, tá a bá rí èédú a lè ṣe, méjèèjì là ń join pọ̀ ká tó máa ṣe. Tó bá dogun pé a dá èédú igi yẹn nìkan lò, èdè yẹn kò ní fine.
Sitting in their small crafts with their names boldly written on the sides, the young men prepare their nets for the inevitable journey to their fishing grounds. The boats, cobbled together out of hardwoods and sealed with layers of coal tar, and surprisingly rugged. Women play a major role in the fishing product value chain. Besides processing the catch, they provide finance for fishing trips by granting soft loans to fishermen for a share of the catch.
Petrol tó bá ń lọ àti kíní tó máa ń mísẹ̀ ìgbà míì ẹlòmíì gba 30,000. Ibò míì wà tó yẹ pé tó máa fẹ́ lé èdè ẹ̀ lọ́ ń lé lọ láti Badagry. Ibi Badagry wọn láwọn máa lo 50 litre mẹ́rin márùn-ún. Ṣé yẹn sì 50 litre ẹ̀kọ́ yẹn sì 10,000 lẹ́nu.
Long before sunrise, they will return to receive the catch and celebrate the safe return of their husbands and brothers. Langbasa, home to a once thriving fishing community. The high tempo of fishing activity has slowly dwindled, and several reasons can be given for this state of affairs.
Sherry or dredging, our fisherman association, like Baranko. lórí wọn àwọn pẹ̀lú gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ni àrùn mọ̀ dá sí ó dẹ̀ bá ọ̀sà jẹ́ fún wa ó bá ọ̀sà jẹ́ gidi ni.
The close proximity of Lagbansar to urban areas has led to the lack of interest of the youths in fishing.
Kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ do igi mọ́, kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ yẹn ẹja mọ́, kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ dúró sínú iná tó máa yẹn ẹja, gbogbo wọn ti sá lọ. Ọ ń rówó o, ṣùgbọ́n owó yẹn kò tó mètè ara torí nǹkan tí oògùn gbà ti pọ̀ jù tó máa ń jẹ́ kéèyàn gbẹ ó dẹ̀ yẹn àfẹ́tì ojú gbogbo ọmọ wẹ́wẹ́ yẹn ti sá lọ àtàwọn àgbàlagbà tó bá wa ń ṣe.
Nígbà tí a pẹ̀lú àwọn bàbá wa ń ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn àṣà àwa yọ̀ ń gbà yẹn ni torí ẹja wà.
Gbéborùn tó bá ti pọ̀ àwọn ọkọ̀ tó bá fẹ́ wọnú ẹ̀ máa ṣọ́ dáadáa torí tó bá kíìpù wọn lè lè ra jáde wọ́n lè lọ́jọ́ mẹ́ta nínú ẹ̀. So bí ó bá dẹ̀ ti wá ṣẹlẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kò jẹ́ kẹ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọ kéèyàn lè lọ sọ́sà ní kálukú máa bírèkì ọ̀sà ni torí pé kò ní sí ẹja ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹja tó yẹ kán pa ó ti sá sábẹ́ Gbéborùn. Àdánwò ńlá ló jẹ́ ó ń fi ibi pa àwọn tó ń dẹ lọ́sà báyìí.
Freshly caught fish is highly perishable without adequate cold storage. There is an urgency in looking for customers to buy the day's catch by the fishermen. As minutes turn to hours, the asking price for her fish has hit rock bottom.
So instead tí ọmọ ní kí nǹkan wọn bí ẹran kó bàjẹ́ irú àwọn crayfish náà èdè wọ́n á gbé wá so wọ́n á lo cold room yẹn náà so lọ́dọ̀ wa bí so I need it.
Yameka pastor ejambo kan yere to wiwebo yameka to church me bo so po da.
The practice of night fishing is preferred by a large number of fishermen. This involves fishermen setting out at dusk and returning in the early hours of the next day with their catch. The arrival of the day's catch breathes life into Sabokoji in the same way it has always done since the establishment of this coastal community. Majority of the fish is sold at the waterside, and in some cases, the trip may be sponsored by a buyer in anticipation of a good catch.
Tó bá wá owó epo, wọ́n lè gba owó epo 15,000 or 20,000. Tó bá lọ sọ́sà yẹn, wọ́n lè pa tó bá fún mẹ́wàá fún ẹ. Wọ́n lè pa tó bá fún márùn-ún fún ẹ. So wọn ní bèrè owó ọjà, wọn ní bèrè owó epo ni wàá wá fún. Wàá máa kọ́ kalẹ̀. Ọjà tó ń ta fún ẹ lẹ́ni wàá kọ́ kalẹ̀. Tó ń ta fún ẹ lọ́la wàá kọ́ kalẹ̀ àti owó òpó ẹ tó fún wọn, owó òpó ẹ tó ń fún wọn. Tó bá ṣe tán tí ọ̀sà yẹn bá dà, wọ́n máa jókòó, á ṣe àkáǹtì pẹ̀lú wọn.
Smoking of fish is traditionally carried out in both Lagbansar and Sabokoji, although crayfish is more prominent in Sabokoji. By smoking the fish, it can be preserved for longer periods of time, in some instances up to 4 weeks. Smoking adds a rich flavor to traditional recipes.
Èdè tá ń yan yẹn. Oró ní tẹ̀m kan ó máa pọ̀ tó yẹ pé a máa ra púpọ̀ gan-an. Lórí púpọ̀ yẹn ta ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ láago 10 àárọ̀ yẹn. Ó di ọjọ́ kejì to 6 ká tó close ẹ̀.
The availability of crayfish is also quite seasonal. Once the catch has dwindled drastically, the visits to the fishing grounds become uneconomical.
Èdè yẹn ti fẹ́ tán báyìí nsìn. Ká tó wọ December 15, àsìkò èdè ó máa kẹ́sẹ̀ lẹ̀ kúrò. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn kan wà tí èdè bá kẹ́sẹ̀ kúrò, wọ́n máa ń sinmi tí wọ́n ní. Wọ́n á tún dúró de ìgbà tí èdè máa dé.
To kick off the community engagement in Sagbokoji, a meeting with the women involved in the fishing business is a good place to start. The absence of the men is a pointer to the important role women play in fishing, processing, and marketing.
ṣé mo pé ẹ explain pé kóòrùmù wà nù ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá lè gbé wá àǹfààní ńlá ló jẹ́ fún àwọn obìnrin wa àti ìlú náà papọ̀ Ọlọ́run á fún yín ṣe.
The meeting gives the women an opportunity to express their fears and areas for further consideration. In the traditional African setting, the final decision with respect to getting community buy-in lies with the Bale and his council of chiefs. Following series of consultations between the NEF team and representatives of the community, an MOU detailing the role of both parties is prepared. Deliberations on the proposed project elicit enthusiasm and inquiries on how soon the project may start. Modalities on joint ownership and how the use of the facility will be shared was also a source of concern. All said and done, the MOU is signed and the project ready to go in Langbanza. Finally, the team from NEF is invited to the Bale's residence. Discussions and suggestions are followed by the signing of the MOU. It is an opportunity to share experiences and to agree on the nature of the project to be embarked upon. The Bale is pleased and grants his blessing. Nonetheless, it is essential to adopt a catch-them-young approach in introducing the relatively new idea of renewable energy sources to the community. The children are eager to learn. Welcome to Ijora, one of the larger fish markets providing wholesale and retail fish products for the over 20 million inhabitants of Lagos megacity. No one can place a finger on the origin of the market besides the fact that a cluster of cold rooms were built on the Ijora coal wharf following the shutdown of coal handling activities. As a result, buyers and sellers of these products congregate daily in search of bargains.
This is a place where we sell different kinds of fish, local fish, imported fish, and there are shrimps, prawns, and so on and so forth. The challenges we are having in this area is light problem. There was a time that they brought a freezer that has a solar for us to buy, but the money is too much. We couldn't afford it. Few people among us, they got it, but 2 out of 100 has no effect.
Most coastal communities are energy poor, requiring large amounts of resources in order to connect them to the electricity grid.
What we do is to support community initiatives for environmental management, including climate change, land degradation, persistent organic pollutants, biodiversity, and international waters. So we provide financial and technical support for community environmental initiatives. The maximum for regular projects is $50,000. We have what we also call the strategic project, which is a maximum of $150,000 per project. So we can have multiple projects in succession.
The need for preservation of fish products is a constant thread running through the value chain from the point of catching the fish to the point of consumption.
I'll give you an overview of what this project is about. So the idea mainly is to develop a solar dryer cooling solution for coastal communities in Nigeria. But to give you a context about what the project is about. We know that fishing and fish processing are the main economic mainstay of coastal communities in Nigeria.
The NIEEE NEF project aims to locate ways by which intervention can be made in the fishing value chain of both communities to increase efficiency and promote a sustainable fishing culture.
With this solution that is being provided, I think we'll be able to reduce those levels, which not only improve the safety of the products, but also considering that if we want to go to the next stage of ensuring higher income for the processors, because when the food is safe, it could get premium in some markets. So some marketers do go to communities to buy this fish product and export to international markets.
What we have experienced over time, especially in a place like Nigeria, is that many of these people that go to fish, they go there without going with the right facilities that they need. Most of those ferries don't have cold storage. So if they don't have cold storage, you discover that many of the products and resources they bring for the water body, they have already started deterioration before they get to the processors.
Artisanal fishermen need to be equipped with tools to grow their trade and ultimately close the demand-supply gap for fish in Nigeria.